The story begins on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe. New York City is under attack when Deadpool and Wolverine suddenly arrive on a mission unlike anything Spider-Man has ever faced. Their universe is dying, and the only way to save it is to destroy another Earth before an incursion wipes out both realities. Spider-Man refuses to let that happen. A brutal battle erupts across the city. Buildings collapse, streets are torn apart, and the fate of an entire universe hangs in the balance. Despite Peter's efforts, Wolverine manages to activate the device designed to erase the world. At the last moment, Deadpool escapes through a portal, but Wolverine stays behind. The device detonates. A blinding wave consumes the planet. Spider-Man, Wolverine, and billions of lives vanish in an instant. Far away, Professor Charles Xavier watches the destruction unfold. The pain on his face says everything. Another universe has fallen, but in his mind there was no other choice. The story then shifts back to the aftermath of Tony Stark's funeral. Steve Rogers returns the Infinity Stones to their proper timelines, but instead of coming back, he chooses to remain in the past with Peggy Carter. Together, they build a life and raise a son named James Rogers. Years later, a mysterious visitor arrives, Loki. He warns Steve that the timeline they are living in is unstable. Forces beyond their understanding are threatening the multiverse, and sooner or later their reality will be erased. Loki offers Steve and his family a chance to escape. He takes them to another universe, a world protected by the Fantastic Four. For nearly a decade, Steve and his family live peacefully there. But peace never lasts. Victor Von Doom arrives at the Baxter Building with a terrifying warning. Incursions are spreading across the multiverse. Entire realities are colliding and dying. Doom believes he has a solution, but it requires the greatest heroes from every surviving universe to work together. While investigating strange anomalies, Reed Richards discovers Steve Rogers and his family don't belong in this universe. Steve explains everything, and eventually agrees to help Doom convince the other heroes. Their first destination is Earth 616. The Avengers are skeptical. No one trusts Dr. Doom, but Steve Rogers does. His return shocks everyone, especially Thor. After years apart, Thor finally stands face to face with his old friend again. With Steve's support, the Avengers agree to hear Doom's plan. Next, they travel to the X-Men universe. The meeting goes badly. The X-Men have survived multiple incursions already. They view every visitor from another universe as a potential threat. Believing the Avengers and Fantastic Four have come to destroy their world, they attack. An enormous battle erupts between Avengers and X-Men. Only after the fighting stops does Doom reveal his proposal. He wants to build massive multiversal stabilizers across key universes. Together, they could stop the incursions permanently. Reluctantly, the heroes agree. Teams split up and begin carrying out the mission. Meanwhile, Thor becomes obsessed with finding Loki. Steve reveals that Loki once gave him a device that could lead back to him. Thor and Steve follow the signal. What they find is horrifying. A hidden realm lies in ruins. Bodies cover the ground. The Guardians of Time are dead. At the center of the destruction lies Loki, mortally wounded. With his final breath, Loki warns them that Dr. Doom has been manipulating everything from the beginning. Then he dies. Thor is devastated. Steve realizes they have all been deceived. When he confronts Doom, the truth finally comes out. Doom never intended to save the multiverse. He intended to remake it. Years ago, Doom lost his wife and children during a failed experiment involving collapsing realities. Consumed by grief, he became obsessed with rewriting existence itself. He no longer wants to stop the incursions. He wants them to happen. Every universe must die, so he can build a new one where his family lives again. Steve condemns him. Doom responds with cruelty. To prove his power, he murders James Rogers in front of his father. Steve is shattered. Any hope of negotiation dies with his son. War becomes inevitable. The Fantastic Four, Avengers, and X-Men unite against Dr. Doom. Their armies march toward Latervia. As the final battle begins, the sky itself fractures. Entire universes appear above the battlefield as reality collapses around them. Thor calls upon the ancient powers of Asgard. Legendary warriors answer. The largest battle in multiversal history begins. Heroes and villains clash across collapsing worlds. Reed Richards fights for logic. Charles Xavier fights for hope. Thor fights for vengeance. Steve Rogers fights for his son. And Doom fights for the family he lost. But as the battle rages, the incursions accelerate beyond anyone's control. Universes begin colliding. Stars die. Galaxies vanish. Reality tears itself apart. One by one, every universe falls. The Avengers die. The X-Men die. The Fantastic Four die. Entire civilizations disappear into nothingness. At the very end of existence, only one figure remains standing: Doctor Doom. Using power stolen from the collapsing multiverse, he reshapes reality itself. A new world is born: Battleworld. A patchwork universe created from the fragments of countless destroyed realities. Everyone lives again. The Avengers, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, even ordinary people lost in the destruction. But there is one catch. No one remembers who they really are. Their pasts are gone, their memories erased. They believe Battleworld is the only reality that has ever existed. And above them all sits Doctor Doom, on a throne forged from the ruins of the multiverse, the absolute ruler of creation. As he looks over his perfect new world, Doom smiles. For the first time in his life, everything is exactly the way he wants it to be. And that is where the story ends.